Morning Bitcoin family, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this beautiful world, whenever you're watching this YouTube video. Welcome to the Bitcoin family YouTube channel. Yes, I'm filming with my iPhone, so the image can be a little bit shaking for that. Sorry, I forgot my DJI. Short TA update, also talking about some news I read about Société Générale, a huge banking system in France that is doing a crazy cool step, in my opinion, for institutional investors. But maybe that will also influence the market when it comes to retail investors in the future. I said crazy cool, but I mean crazy fool, crazy strange. I don't know how to call it at all. At the moment, I hate what they are doing, but they also understand what they're doing. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Also, giving you an update on the family. Living behind me there on these white houses there on the beach, beautifully on the beach, so I can do a beach walk and talk every morning. Like, do you like my new cap? Buy Bitcoin. That's what you should be doing, because Bitcoin just dipped, and we're going to talk about that chart, of course, in a minute. What do I have to tell you about the family? We will stay, like I said already, a couple of weeks in Portugal before we go to Spain for a couple of weeks and come back probably to Portugal. We don't know yet what the exact plan is. That is what I like about our lifestyle. It's all flexibility. The flexibility is the new stability, in my opinion, which means, I don't even know where we end up next month. And that gives me a very stable feeling that I can do the fuck what I want. And now my feet are touching the water, and it's like really cold water. It's like 17 degrees or something like that, guys. Probably should be facing that way for a better image on this iPhone. But I will walk that way because I need to walk to the end of the beach. I want to see how far it is. The family is doing great. We have a lot of birds, like I said, all double talk. Now I'm going to jump into some charts to show you something really crazy cool at the moment in Bitcoin. Give me a sec over here. Bam. Hour chart, guys, like you used for me. On that 4-hour chart, you can see exactly, we pull back to that orange line. That orange line is already there for many weeks in the videos. Just check all the videos. You can see that that I draw that like a long time ago. And yes, we pulled back to that level of 28,700. That is exactly the level that we were trying to break for weeks. Since 19 March, sideways, every time we wanted to break that area. And when we broke it, I told you already, yes, we will go up, but there will be a pullback to retest it. And if we retest it and keep the support over there, then we can see a massive move up, not only for Bitcoin, but also for a lot of altcoins. So very important to see what we do here. If we keep support positive, if we don't keep support, then in my opinion we will fall back to that next orange line, 25,000 US dollar per Bitcoin, which is also on the weekly chart, the support on that downward trend line like I showed you yesterday. Now let's quickly jump into more cool charts. First the news, a beautiful dog. You see, that's the Dogecoin dog. Shiba Inu. He's even on the beach. He's beautiful. Look. Beautiful beach, beautiful dog. The news, yes. Oh, very structured video. The news that I want to talk about: Société Générale subsidiary launches a euro-pegged stablecoin on Ethereum. So, what is Société Générale? You can read it over here. Is a major French banking and financial services firm is launching an Ethereum-based stablecoin on euro. So this means they don't trust the dollar anymore, and they are going to offer all of these stablecoins to, of course, only institutional investors. It's not going to be available for retail investors yet, but yes, for institutional investors. Now, bringing me to this beautiful point that I want to talk about already for a long time is like all these news articles, also on crypto, on Cointelegraph and everything, and all the shit show of Gary Gansler and all that stuff. I feel that we as a crypto community are paying too much attention to those idiots, to those banks, to those people running the central bank, to those Gary Gansler idiots that can't even say if Ethereum is a security or not. Why are we paying so much attention as a crypto community to that, as those are exactly the ones that we are disrupting? Bitcoin was invented not to play together with these people. It's not like Bitcoin is here to become friends with the central bank or become friends with all the other banks, or become friends with all the people that hate Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a peaceful revolution. We don't need to be agreeing with them. We can just do the fuck what we want without agreeing with them, without fighting them, just withdrawing all the cash all over the world from those banks and converting it into Bitcoin, and by that taking the power back to the people. I really don't understand why so many people pay attention and to, oh, there's a good morning, the little dog come and say hello. Hello. Yeah. Good morning. So many people pay attention to those things that really don't matter, things that we should be fighting as Bitcoin. Now, let's quickly jump into some other charts that really are showing you why you shouldn't trust Gary Gansler, why you shouldn't trust the central banks, why you shouldn't trust Société Générale in France at making a Euro-pegged stablecoin. I'm going to show a few charts now that show you why you shouldn't trust them. And probably you already know, but these charts will show you. Now let's quickly jump into those charts over here. This is the first chart, guys. Of course, this chart is not showing you that, but this chart is showing you something else. This chart is showing you that every time ahead of the halving, the price advances. You can see that blue line is the average Bitcoin price of the cycle, of that 4-year cycle. And every time just before the halving, the price goes up. So the halving will be in April 24, guys. So yes, we can go sideways, up and down a little bit, but before the halving, it will start probably 6 months before the halving. It's October, September, October. The price will be going up, and we will be at a higher level at the halving than we are now. And if you look to this chart, it's even more clear. We are now at 74% towards the halving. So from halving 3 to halving 4, we are at 74%. Now look to the left, to the previous 2 times that we were at 74%. At the first time, at 74%, we had a small crash down. Do you see this? And at that small crash down over there, from that moment, we went all the way up to the next halving, and we were way higher, almost 100% higher than we are now. Then the next halving, and then all the way up, look, bam, to a new high halving. And here, halving 3. So, and at halving 3, again the same there. We are going upwards. Maybe we pull back a little bit, but around the halving 4 line at the end of the chart, we will be higher than we are now. The charts that I want to show you why you shouldn't trust all those idiots that we just talked about is, for example, this one. This is Bitcoin compared to the Lebanese pound. You see this? It's way above the previous all-time high that we had in 2021. It's already higher. It's already like times 4 in the Lebanese pound. Why? Because of inflation. The Lebanese pound doesn't have value anymore. Why doesn't it have value anymore? Because the central banks in Lebanon destroyed the Lebanese pound. Why? By printing too much pounds. And then what happened? Then you got inflation. And what happens then? Then you can buy less Bitcoins with your pounds than you could before. So the Bitcoin price in Lebanese pounds is now really high. Also, if we look to the Argentina peso, same shit show. Yes, we are already a new all-time high when you express Bitcoin in Argentina peso. We are higher than the level in 2021. And why? Because the central banks fucked up in Argentina as well, and because they printed too much money as well, and because the economy is collapsing because of all the shit show that all the other central banks worldwide are creating and suppressing to these poor countries like Argentina, because these need to lend dollars, buy bonds with these dollars, and all kinds of stupid stuff that they need to do to get access to the dollar. And that is why these currencies crash. The central banks are behind it, not the people of Argentina crash the currency. The banks are behind it. Here, Bitcoin to the Turkish lira. We're almost at the 2021 all-time high again. Why? Same story. Because the central banks and the banks are fucking up. It's not the people, it's the banks. It's the centralized entities that you shouldn't be trusting anymore, but you're still trusting. Then we have another one here, Bitcoin to Pakistani rupee. Same, almost at that previous all-time high. Why? Same story. The banks are fucking up. It's not the people, it's the banks. That is why Bitcoin is becoming more valuable all over the world, guys. Please understand this. Bitcoin is the only tool at the moment that can save us from all these crashes worldwide when it comes to the currencies, because these currencies are going to crash. The dollar is also going to crash. The BRICS countries are going to take over. We can see already what is happening. Just imagine these BRICS countries are now expressing their oil price in yuan or any other currency except dollar. Just history, these countries could only buy oil with dollar. So there was always the need for the dollar. So they always needed to borrow dollars from the United States and give some oil back or weapons or whatever they gave back, you know. And now that's not the story anymore because they don't need dollar anymore. So there is no demand for dollar anymore. And if there is no demand for dollar anymore, then the buying power of that dollar is going to decrease tremendously. So creating inflation, which means you will get poorer and poorer and poorer, and the top 1% will be becoming richer, richer and richer. Now, that was everything for today, guys. I'm gonna walk a little bit more on the beach. Hope you enjoyed this short video. If you did enjoy the video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment. What do you think about the charts? What do you think about the news? And what do you think about everything else? I don't know. Just let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow again.